doesn't really work that well, so hopefully that will change, but we'll see where that takes us. Anyway, the point is today is to give a sort of update of the channel. So I've been away because I have bad internet, and very, very bad internet in fact, and it's really annoying. But I couldn't do any of the other episodes because of that. Because it wouldn't let me do it in 720. It now says it's going to let me do it in 720, but it's standard, and I have the best internet in our country, like the country I live in, so which is Britain. It's partly BT, so according to everyone, so I basically have the best internet, and it's still not good enough to play in 60 frames per second. So, yeah, that's a thing, apparently. So basically what's gonna happen is in the next coming weeks, I'm not gonna put out a date, I don't think actually. I know I've put out in past streams that I've done to test this out that it's gonna be like next week or something, but I've got college to go to and trying to get to uni, so it's quite a challenge really. So with that in mind, I will probably most likely be I'll probably most likely not get anything uploaded in the next couple of weeks. I've got a great unit to do, but pretty soon I will at some point get something done. So the plan is to start off with the Arkham Saga. You get in my way. So yeah, my plan is to start off with the Arkham Saga. So yeah, first off it's going to be Arkham Origins, which is on PS Now. Unfortunately, never got the re-release with Arkham Knight. Oh, sorry, Arkham Return to Arkham. So my bad. Yeah, that is going to be the first game to play. Then Arkham Origins Blackgate, which I'm not sure if I'll capture card it, to be perfectly honest with you, or if it will end up just like a review of it, basically, because it's kind of hard and I don't actually have money. I don't know what you do for a 3DS. Probably playing Arkham Underworld when it gets on Android, so watch out for that one. Assault on Arkham I'm definitely doing a review on, just so you know it fits in well. Matter of Family will come next, which is a DLC for this, but it's actually set before the events of Arkham Asylum, then Return to Arkham Asylum, then Return to Arkham City, and finally Arkham Knight and all of its respective DLC. Also, of course, the Harley Quinn's Revenge map pack comes with Return to Arkham City, I believe. So I believe that you get that with it, so we'll probably be playing that as well. Basically, I'll be playing that for the next couple of months, so if you don't like Batman games, this channel won't be for you for now, but after that, I plan to be playing games like The Division, which I have on Xbox One, the Assassin's Creed games I'll be playing. I'll probably be playing Infamous Second Son, and I will definitely be playing Last of Us Remastered. Some of the multiplayer aspects I'll also be playing with friends from Outcasts.Gaming and otherwise. So basically there will be a lot of Last of Us gameplay as well. So if you like Last of Us on PS4, and especially because it's remastered and since the sequel's coming out, you might want to refresh your memory. This is going to be a good channel for you. I'll be doing these sort of podcasts where I sort of talk about what's going to be going on with the channel and also what's going on in the gaming world. So my first actual official podcast that will be about like news and stuff will probably be next week, and it'll be talking about the Arkham game, the next Batman Arkham game, and possible DC future games, because supposedly the Suicide Squad game got canned and the Superman game is possibly being worked on at Rocksteady, but it's also being worked on somewhere along the line. MWB Montreal, according to leaks. So we'll be talking about that and how WB Montreal says it's still working on 2 games, but it's apparently canned it all and throwing it at this Batman game, this new one with Damian Wayne, which doesn't seem to ring true to me, to be honest with you, because Damian Wayne is a very unlike character in the comic book community. I don't mind him; he's an all-right character, but at the same time, I get why some people would be up in arms with not getting a Terry McGinnis Batman Beyond. Apparently, the suit will be Batman Beyondish. In fact, I'll do the news part of that just now. So, just to, semantics and stuff. So, rather than wait for the next episode, I'll give you this just now. So, basically, back in 2013, I think it was 2013, there was a couple of leaks of a new Superman game being worked on I think it was actually early 2014. A new Superman game was being worked on from WB Montreal. Now, WB Montreal had, after the events, after releasing Arkham Origins, had basically been saying that they'd been working on 2 AAA DC titles. Now, those 2 AAA DC titles would remain unknown until about now, when leaks have started to really sort of show that it was Suicide Squad and the new Batman Arkham game, which is a fact, but I'll get to later. Now, supposedly, some people thought that this was Superman, which, to be honest with you, I completely agree with. I could see why it would be Superman, because Superman is heavily referenced in Arkham Knight. Heavily referenced. Like, you've got Luthor, people saying Luthor should be president. You've got, I thought, what are you going to say? Superman was an alien. Superman's an alien next or something. There's a lot of different snippets in this game that say that. There's a lot of references in this game to say Superman's around. There's a lot of references to other DC superheroes as well, but there's not as much as Superman. Now, some people speculate that's what Warner Brothers Montreal were working on, and there was even a snippet of a GIF that was a picture. It was a snippet of a leaked picture, and it was a Superman. And it talked about Superman, how you could change his skin. So people were like, it's fake. Nah, it's not real. It's false. Totally false. But then, about a week later, I think, once again, I've not read the story in a little while, but so my mind's a little fuzzy, but yeah, a GIF, and this GIF made a lot of people, including myself, believe that this game was on work, and I'm really wanting it because it's a Superman game in the Arkham universe, I think, and it's sweet sounding, so why not, right? Why the hell not? So, sort of concept art leaks of this, and it shows the bald city of Kandor or something like that, and Brainiac attack ships. It had concept art for Superman, concept art for Doomsday, and concept art for Brainiac. Now that concept art would prove to be little more than it turned out this came from a real guy. The concept artist was called, I believe it was Xavier Logan.
So who's controlling the militia now that the night's gone?
Yeah, Xavier Logan or Charles Howlett or something. I'm not telling the story very well, as you can see, but I think it was Xavier Logan was his name, but his real name was Charles Howlett, or it's the other way about. Can't remember, but it turned out he had been commissioned to work on concept art. Just it wasn't real. It wasn't real yet, but it was concept art for a Superman game that was theoretically being thrown around. Apparently, they didn't go with his concept art, but in the end, he does believe that Warner Brothers Montreal still worked on the game. But basically. Yeah, Xavier Howlett, Charles Logan. Charles Logan's his real name, I believe. And basically, it kind of went dark after that. A bunch of stuff got leaked, and a bunch of stuff didn't get really leaked, but it was just, rumours. Why did that do that? Sorry, everyone, that for some reason jumped off my page. So that happened. So basically, that.
Used to round up Harvey's guys and make them play umbrella stand. What's that?
That was what happened.
Still right, with Penguin's umbrella hanging out of their mouth. And if they drop the umbrella,
so Charles told them that happened, and then nothing's really came of it, to be honest with you. But now there's sort of there's 2 games that Rocksteady that Warner Brothers Montreal, a rather large company by the way, with about 400 different employees, are working on. That is said that was said to be it is now sort of, it's not confirmed, but at the same time it's more likely than not that it was that it is the new Batman Arkham game, which is said to be set in the 10 years in the future from the Arkham timeline just now, so 10 years from this game, Arkham Knight, and it will star Damian, will be Bruce Wayne with a beard and really old, and Damian Wayne has taken over the sort of gauntlet of Batman, and there'll be a female Black Mask, Flamingo, Redhood's going to be in it, Azrael's the bad guy, or Azrael, whatever so yeah, he's a bad guy now. He's gonna get the suit from Bruce and pissed. So I would say, but oh yeah, maybe you can have the suit. And I'm like, nah. So. But there was also rumours of a sort of Borderland-esque Suicide Squad game. That was going to be fantastic, apparently, but according to a recent rumour, once again, none of this has been confirmed, there was never a Suicide Squad game confirmed in production, apart from the fact that the one that was made in like 2009 was confirmed, but it never came to anything. It apparently has been canned for the new Batman Arkham game. Now, the Superman game wants into all of this, because where did the Superman game go? Well, supposedly, according to a leak on Reddit, to someone who's leaked most of the plot of this, or who's sort of leaked stuff, little details, nothing too big about the plot of this new Batman Arkham game, Rocksteady has taken over the sort of Superman game from Warner Bros. Montreal. So basically, Warner Bros. Montreal worked on it for about, 2 years, really, because the same with the Suicide Squad game and possibly Batman Knight, the new Batman Arkham game, which I probably think is going to call something like Batman Arkham Legacy, but that's not here nor there. So it was due to this that basically Warner Brothers Montreal worked on that. They basically did the groundwork. Now Rocksteady, after the events of Arkham VR, after they worked on that for a year, possibly, and I'm saying possibly because once again nothing's been confirmed, and Rocksteady have a lot to choose from their games. They can go wherever they want next. They're a small studio, and they're basically they've pretty much hinted that they might be done with superheroes in general. But they said that, and then we got Batman Arkham VR. So, but that was because it's a new thing. So we might get lucky, and we might get a Superman game, and that's a good Superman game. No offense to the rest of them, but it's very hard to make a good Superman game because he's OP. He is God of the DC universe, very much. He is unbeatable, especially Silver Age Superman. He could eat kryptonite, for Christ's sake. He became the guy that nobody could beat. So you've basically got to depower Superman to play him. So it's tricky, but I think Rocksteady are working on it. That is my personal theory, because I think that the concept art was legit enough. It looked like legit concept art. It wasn't like they banded about with it. It was concept art. It was concept art for sure.
Where you going, officer? You're not gonna read me my rights? I got away. If you can hear me, Batman, thanks.
Okay, I have no idea how I faced through a wall, but that just happened. Forget what that had anything to do with, but yeah, so Superman is, I think, a work at Rocksteady, and it wouldn't surprise me if the Suicide Squad game hadn't really been canned. It's just being worked on less, because there are 400 people that work at Warner Brothers Montreal. Rocksteady have made this game in about I think it was 2 years or something, or because remember it was originally based. It was originally set for 15, but that got pulled. But they made this in about 2 years, I think it was, or 2 or 3 years, and they are 100 people in their studio. Warner Brothers Montreal has about 400, I think, and they have got nothing. You know, they've got nothing to show for the past 3. Technically, if we're going into 2017, 4 years. They've done 0 since Arkham Origins. Nothing nasty, but you know, they've done nothing of no big AAA game, nothing. They worked a little bit on the Batgirl Matter of Family DLC here, but they did pretty much nothing after that. And they're a giant company. They're 3-4 times bigger than Rocksteady. So it's, you know, it's quite tricky to know what they're doing. You know, it's like, obviously, if they said, I believe their website still says they're working on 2 AAA titles, and they're also they're hiring an immense amount of staff, so they are gearing up for something quite big in the next couple of years, which suggests to me that they are going to have some sort of giant game, and supposedly this Batman Arkham game will be ready for E3 in May of this year, or rather next year, since we're still in 2016 for a couple of months. A couple of days, sorry, damn it. So E3 this year is apparently when this new Batman Arkham game was brought, but I wouldn't be surprised if Rocksteady bring us some sort of Superman. That was another thing. It was going to be video games. It's going to be a sort of a confirmation they were working on it. But I believe that Rocksteady are now sort of solidly in the superhero franchise now. I don't think you can take that away from them, and I think it would be stupid for them. Well, in my personal opinion, I would be very, very disappointed to find if Rocksteady did another game. Got a message. I will look at that in a minute. Hold on. Broadcast settings. If you come, I'm streaming this game because it's going to be on the YouTube channel. Like, that is the way it's going to go. So, yeah. Basically, what's going to happen here? So yeah, so I believe that, you know, Rocksteady are firmly planted in the universe of superheroes now, and I think it'll be like Infinity Ward with Call of Duty. I don't think they can just get up and leave. I don't think that's an option anymore for them. I think whether they like it or not, people are going to honestly ask them every time they walk down the street, Rocksteady walk down the street, anyone who works for them, when's the next Superman game? When's the superhero game? Because they are firmly planted in the superhero world now, especially since these games are by far the best superhero games that have ever been made. Like, they are the best. Guaranteed. No offense to most of the games I played, but superhero games are weak sometimes, because, and the only problem is that their characters, they're too powerful. There's no fun in them. Batman isn't powerful. He can be hurt. He can bleed. I think that's what they're planning to do with Superman. They're going to sort of nerf him. So yeah, it's, I think they'll nerf him. So what I wanted to talk about was that. So I've talked about Superman long enough. I'll talk about the Suicide Squad game now in more bit detail. So, what details were known about the supposedly cancelled Suicide Squad game is that it was going to be sort of Borderlands-esque. You could customise your character, the classic members of the squad in, possibly set in the Arkham universe because of the way that Arkham Origins set up the ending of Arkham Origins. Very last cutscene set up the Suicide Squad, and Arkham Origins Blackgate half sets up a Suicide Squad too, because they mentioned that they're taking Deadshot, they're taking Bronze Tiger, for missions. So the Assault to Arkham game was a Suicide Assault to Arkham DVD, or movie rather, was a Suicide Squad movie, and it was set in the Arkham universe, but it wasn't with those characters, so there's still obviously a game out there to talk about the Arkham characters, Arkham Origins. And Deathstroke was recruited for this too, and he wasn't in Assault on Arkham. He was at some point during the gap between Assault on Arkham and Arkham Origins, there must have been some sort of recruitment process. And Deathstroke is in Arkham Knight, so he obviously must have got all these captors. I would like to see that game go down in history, and I would love to see it. But according to sources from Cockatoo, I can never pronounce the website, I just know how it's spelled. It's been canned. It is officially not a thing anymore. It has ceased to exist because apparently they are working solely on the Batman Arkham video game. So it was a little bit, it was a little bit. Apparently, might never even got past watch. So there's that. But there's also there's the next Batman Arkham game, I'll talk a little bit in detail about that as well, just to give this episode a bit more padding. So basically, supposedly what's going to happen with that is that what is going to happen with that is that it's going to be a game with Damian Wayne, the whole Night in Metropolis thing that was in Arkham City. He was conceived then. He's then grown up in the years prior, so he's sort of been accelerated in aging, quite possibly, because I think they're looking for a sort of 20-year-old Damian Wayne in this universe, sort of like Damian, son of Batman, which is the comic I have here. Which is sort of like an Elseworld, I guess. That's what I would call it. But yeah, so with that in mind, it's supposedly he's going to be taking over the mantle. Bruce Wayne faked his death, and did the whole becoming something that needed to be thing. Supposedly he's done that. Been there, done that. He's old. He's not Batman anymore. He can't be Batman anymore because he's quite, he's aging. So he wants to give his son Damian the mantle, and obviously he tries to take it. It's going to be set over, unlike all the other Arkham games, it's going to be set rather than over one night. It'll be set over numerous nights. You never see Gotham in daytime. There's going to be rather than having this Batmobile here, you also have rather than that, you have bat cycles, so you can run into Damian's bat.
I regret going after Catwoman. She's more into that whole vengeance thing than the bat. Run!
And yeah, that is. Flamingo's going to be in it. I don't know if she'll be the main villain. A female Black, or he'll be. I don't know who the Flamingo is, because they're sort of gender swapping a lot of characters. Poison Ivy supposedly transfers her consciousness into a different body, therefore surviving the events of Arkham Knight. And the Black Mask will, as I've already said, will now be a female, because partly after the DLC, the Red Hood DLC, confirms that Black Mask was killed by Red Hood, and apparently from then on his gang just sort of went until eventually it ends up with a new Black Mask, which is a female Black Mask, and that's Damian. There's also going to be Two-Face, which he'll be the judge, and I think he's the primary antagonist, but I'm not sure. And Harley Quinn will be in it, but she's not going to be a main villain. She will be a secondary villain of sorts. So, anyway, that is the first episode of Outcast. I know I'm ending this quite abruptly, but I basically have nothing more to talk about, so please let me know what you think about it in the comments below on YouTube, and obviously if you're watching on Twitch, thank you for watching the stream thank you for watching the stream, much obliged. Also, if you are on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like and press the little bell notification thing. Otherwise, because the way the YouTube algorithm works is that if I don't get that doesn't happen, then it doesn't work and I don't get views and so it would really be appreciated, and I would be like super grateful for you guys forever. So yeah, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.